Hello, welcome to 5 Minutes of Torah with the BI Rabbi. I'm your BI Rabbi for today, Rabbi Adam Stein. We had a wonderful Purim this week. It was so great to see so many of you. We had hundreds of people, probably 600 people in the building on Wednesday evening. Our great family and kids show, improv scenes of the Purim story with Rabbi Infeld and me and Rabbi Blumen, Debbie, Helen Pinsky, our president, Jordan Zwicker hosted. It was a great MC. Wonderful show and Purim Carnival, costume parade, dinner for adults, and then we had the laning, the chanting of the full Megillah, and then the spiel over troubled water with some great singers and musicians. A great night. So now that we're done with Purim Day finishing yesterday, I've been thinking about holidays, and you know, Purim's a big fun one. Simchat Torah is a big fun one. But even though we had a lot of people around here then, the holidays when we really have a huge amount of people, so many people for services, for kids services, that's September, October, Rosh Hashanah, and Yom Kippur. And now they have a different feeling than Purim. Of course, they're still happy, but there's a bit of a somber mood to Yom Kippur. We're asking for forgiveness, we're not eating. But there's this big moment in Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur services. It also comes up a little bit here and there at the Torah service for Sukkot, Pesach, Shavuot. It's right when we've opened the Ark, we're about to take out the Torahs for the Torah service, and on all those holidays, we sing the 13 attributes of God. Okay, these 13 attributes that we sing, you've probably heard it before. Adonai, Adonai, El Rachum V'Chanun. A lot of people sing, sometimes the choir is singing. We even, when we're about to take out the Torah, sing it 3 times, each time louder than the one before. And I bring this up because, of course, it's from this week's Torah portion, from the book of Exodus, from Parashat Ki Tisa. And I was actually just reading in our Machzor here, our High Holiday prayer book. There's a great little note here that it was actually Rabbi Isaac Luria, one of the famous rabbis, leaders of the Kabbalah mystical movement in Tzfat in the 1500s, he came up with the idea to put the 13 attributes right here at the beginning of the Torah service for a holiday. But here's the crazy thing about the 13 attributes in the Siddur and the Machzor. So let's see if we can count the 13 first. We have Adonai, Adonai, so God's 4-letter holy name twice. That counts for 2, maybe different aspects of that name. El, another name for God. Rachum v'Chanun, about God's compassion. Erech Apayim, takes a long time for God to get mad. Literally, his nose takes a long time to get red. Rav Chesed v'Emet, so compassion and truth. Notzer Chesed la'alafim, gives his loving kindness to the thousands, or the thousandth generation. Nosei avon, he forgives iniquity, avon, fesha, v'chatat, other synonyms for iniquity or sin, v'nakeh, and cleanses. That's 13. So there we go. Those are the 13. But what the rabbis did when they made the Siddur, I'm not sure if it was Isaac Luria, one of the other rabbis throughout the centuries who was editing the Siddur or the Machzor, is they cut off the sentence from the Torah at v'nakeh. So we have a nice clean 13. But where they cut it off, that is the real sticker right there. Because what it actually says at the end of the sentence in the Torah is v'nakeh lo yinakeh. I've made a little visual here, okay? So God nosei avon v'fesha v'chatat. God forgives iniquity, transgression, and sin. V'nakeh lo yinakeh, and surely does not grant pardon, or surely does not wipe our slate clean. Okay, v'nakeh, God cleans. Lo yinakeh, no, he surely does not clean. But by cutting off this and just having v'nakeh, then it seems like it says, and God forgives iniquity, transgression, and sin, and grants pardon. God wipes our slate clean. So we've gone from God surely does not wipe our slate clean to God does wipe our slate clean. And what an amazing thing that they've done. If you just come to the services and sing this on Shavuot, Pesach, Sukkot, Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, you get these 13 powerful, positive attributes of God. And if you read Parashat Ki Tisa to find the real context, you find that after the positive attributes, you get into things like God not wiping our slate clean because God visits the sins of the parents upon the children to the third generation. So what you end up with in the Torah is a real balance. God extending loving kindness to the 1000th generation, but still not wiping our slate clean for a few generations, and the visiting sins of parents upon children, which is a very difficult theological thing, because really, is it their fault? So the thing I'd like to leave us with is this tension between those two things, but also an appreciation for the power that the editors had throughout the centuries to give us not just prayers and blessings and nice little readings in our Siddur and our Machzor, but real theology and ideology and education to try to teach us to have certain ideas about God and our tradition. And they really, I think, wanted to emphasize the positive here, and that's why we go from this to this. Hope you're all having a wonderful week. Look forward to seeing you on Shabbat, and coming soon, Pesach.